All right, today we're jumping into a really profound philosophy, one that tries to answer a huge life question, all by looking at natural law. So let's get right into it.
I mean, this is a question that I think everyone has asked at some point, right? Why do bad things happen to good people? You can be kind, you can be devout, you can try to do everything right, and still, bam, misfortune finds you. What's going on there?
Well, the philosophy we're digging into today has a pretty fascinating and maybe even a little challenging answer. It basically says the universe doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't run on emotion or prayer, it runs on law. Cold, hard, impartial law. So, what does that actually mean for us? Okay, so first up, let's lay the groundwork here. In this way of thinking, the will of the creator isn't some kind of personality you have to please. Nope, it's a system of laws that you just need to understand and, well, follow. And right at the heart of this whole system is something called the Tao. You can kind of think of it like the universe's source code or its main operating system. It's literally the combination of every single law and principle that makes reality, well, reality. So how does it work? It's pure cause and effect, super simple. If what you do and think lines up with these natural laws, with the Tao, you get a reward. And if you go against them, you get a punishment. But the key thing here is it's not personal. It's just like physics. Gravity doesn't care if you're a good person. If you step off a roof, you're gonna fall. And this next point, this is a big one. It's probably going to challenge what a lot of us have been taught. According to this philosophy, your feelings just don't matter to the system. Your devotion, your love, your prayers, none of that can bend the laws of the universe for you. The example they give is incredibly stark, but it makes the point perfectly. The law of biology is clear. If you drink poison, you will die. It doesn't matter how much you pray or how many temples you visited. You can't override that basic rule. The universe, in this view, is just completely consistent and impartial. Okay, so the laws are impartial, but just how strict are we talking here? Let's dive into the next part and see how this system deals with things like good deeds and, well, bad deeds. Now, this is a really core idea in this philosophy. Get this, merits and faults, they don't cancel each other out. There's no cosmic scale where all your good deeds can just wipe away a bad one. Every single action has its own separate consequence. So you could do 10,000 amazing good things, and yeah, you'll get rewarded for every last one of them. But if you do just one bad thing, you still have to face the consequence for that one thing. Your great track record doesn't get you a get-out-of-jail-free card. So who do these unbending rules apply to? The answer is everyone. Absolutely everyone. No exceptions, no special passes. It doesn't matter if you're a pope, an emperor, a spiritual master, even a direct messenger from the creator. The law is the law for everybody. So, if we're living in this super strict, totally impartial system, what are we supposed to do? Well, the philosophy says the only thing you can actually control is you. The focus has to turn inward. This whole process of trying to align yourself with the Tao, it's called cultivation. And it's described as probably the most difficult thing you could ever try to do. And why is that? Because it's not about wishing or feeling good. It's described as a rigorous, almost scientific process of fine-tuning every single thought, every single action, to be in perfect sync with these natural laws. And when they say precise, they really, really mean it. To understand just how precise, take a look at this number, 99. This analogy really drives home how rigorous this is. Imagine becoming an immortal requires a score of 100 points on a test. Well, getting a 99 means you fail. It's not close enough. Close doesn't count at all. You absolutely have to fulfill that last single missing point. And this brings us right back to where we started, that big question about suffering. If the universe is just this precise system, then what's the point of all the pain and hardship? Well, this philosophy flips that whole idea on its head. It all goes back to cause and effect. So let's say in the past you did something that went against natural law. That's the evil cause. That cause has to be balanced out. And the way it gets balanced is by you experiencing the consequence, the evil fruit, like a misfortune or a setback. It's not about punishing you for fun. It's the natural process of resolving that original cause, like clearing a debt.
A great way to think about this is the story of the monk Tang Sanzang on his journey to the West. He had to go through exactly 81 trials. Those weren't just random bits of bad luck happening to him. They were a mandatory curriculum. Every single one was a necessary step he had to take to clear up past issues and reach his goal. If he'd missed even one, the whole thing would have failed.
So the mindset this philosophy suggests is pretty radical. Instead of getting down about misfortune or setbacks, it says you should joyfully accept them. Why? Because every trial is seen as an opportunity. It's a chance to clear a debt, to pass a necessary test, and to move one step closer to perfecting your life.
Okay, so what's the end game here? After all this hard scientific work on yourself, what's the goal? Let's talk about the path forward.
The whole focus just shifts from looking outside yourself to looking inside. The goal isn't to chase after beautiful things or amazing experiences or some kind of reward. The real work is all about perfecting your own life quality, your own inner being, until it's perfectly in tune with the Tao.
And this is really the beautiful payoff of the whole philosophy. It says that once you've done the internal work, once you yourself have become what it calls a supremely beautiful life, then all the beautiful things you might have been chasing, they just come to you. They're a natural, inevitable consequence of who you've become. And that's where this whole thing leaves us. It takes this huge cosmic philosophy about how the universe works and boils it all down to one very powerful, very personal question that you have to ask yourself. Am I a supremely beautiful life?